What's going on, guys? This is your host, Ron C., and you're now listening to the You Won't Say It, I Will podcast. Hope everybody's doing good out there. I just want to shout out my social media real quick before we get started. You can catch me on YouTube, iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, Instagram. You can catch me all that under You Won't Say It, I Will. And you can catch me on Twitter, YWSIIW podcast. That is on Twitter. All right, so we got a little bit of doozy today. I definitely want to start off by saying I'm a week late, but do a podcast once a week. It's kind of hard to, keep up on. Sometimes certain things, right away. But either way, I just want to say shout out to the Toronto Raptors. Like you guys that did it. Guys won. Guys are the NBA champions. Guys beat out. You guys beat out. I guess a dynasty team. Besides all the injuries that you guys. Well, I'm sorry, not you guys. That they had. It doesn't make them less of a good team in general. You guys definitely beat out a good team. The injuries, I would say, definitely helped. But like I said in the past few podcasts about the finals and everything, if everybody was healthy, and especially Kevin Durant was fine since game one, like I said, I still picked the Warriors, and I thought they were going to go 6 games. Now since Kevin Durant did go down, and this is before when he came back. This is before when he came back. I thought, well, shit, Golden State probably still take it, but it'd probably go 7 games, possibly, maybe still 6, but probably 7 games. But like I said last week, it's a shame what happened to him. He came back and everything, but like I said before, I still don't take back that that he came back. I still think he should have came back. Just unfortunate events. But when you're a marquee player like that, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. But regardless of that, Toronto, shout out to them. Shout out to Kawhi. All you guys did it, man. Van Fleet. I mean, I don't know where the hell this guy came from. I mean, obviously, he's new to the game, or to the league, I should say. You know what I mean? But still, at the same time, he just came out of nowhere in the playoffs. I mean, he's another guy. I think, he wasn't going to get the MVP, but a lot of people were shouting out that Kyle Lowry should have gotten it. But to me, I mean, yeah, I mean, he played, but between him and Van Fleet, I think Van Fleet, should have got it between them two. Kawhi should have got it, period. Nobody else shouldn't have gotten it. But if you had to pick between Kyle Lowry and Van Fleet should have definitely gotten it over Kyle Lowry. I just think people, somewhat a little bit in the feelings because, he was there longer and helped get the team to where they are. Not really. That's more DeRozan type thing. And shout out to DeRozan, man. I be hating fuck. Let me tell you. And I'm sure he probably is. He's just more not public with it, I guess. But yeah, I'd be hating fuck, man. I mean, I'd just be mad and angry. Wouldn't even care. I would definitely come back next season and just try to take over every fucking game just because that's bullshit, man. You get traded, didn't want to get traded. Who in the hell saw that you was even gonna get traded? It's not that you went to a horrible team or a horrible organization. Went to arguably one of the best coaches in the league, and definitely went to a good organization. You went to well-rounded team. But yeah, you definitely got this shit in your nest stick. But let's just break it. I mean, if he had stayed and it say this trade never happened. So Kawhi stays San Antonio, DeRozan stays in Toronto. Would they have really went to the playoffs? No, I'm sorry, correction. They had been going to the playoffs, and I believe Bron was just fucking knocking them out every year, or they were just getting knocked out regardless. But they probably would have went to the playoffs, but would they really made it even to the Eastern Conference yet, the finals of anything? So when it comes down to it, whoever's the mastermind of these trades, they did it. They did what they had to do, whether Kawhi comes back or not. They did what they had to do. They finally bought a championship to the city, to the team. I'm not one of those believers that, all right, you do this, you got your one now. It is what it is. It's whatever. We'll get another one whenever. No, you of course you keep going, you keep trying to do this and that. Hopefully they can keep the players. Nobody retires. Keep the players that they have. Outside of Kawhi, because we don't know what's going on, but. If Kawhi does decide to stay, I'm pretty sure, obviously, once the free agency comes, was that July 6th. Once that comes, I'm pretty sure, those decisions are going to come pretty quick. Same thing with KD, whether he's going to stay a Warrior or not. I think it's a little bit more reports out there that he actually still might leave. I think it's fucking stupid, but I think with KD, nobody really knows at all. I think with Kawhi, nobody really knows, but I think they have more of a speculation what's going to happen. I don't think he's going to stay. Kawhi got his second ring, and he helped the team get a ring and never got one before. So it's one of those type things that I don't want to sound funny, but it's one of those type things that he was an angel. Came there, helped you out, and now he's going on to the next mission. And the next mission is L.A. And of course, we ain't talking about the glorious Lakers. We're talking about the fucking goddamn redheaded stepchild of the Clippers. If he goes there, that's gonna be crazy. I mean the Clippers were. We're in it. That's all cool. And Kawhi there, I'm pretty sure they probably could have did something, but I don't know. I don't think you should go there. It's still a little bit of slight talks and remarks that he can come to the Lakers, but that's only if they can give out the max deal. If he can go to the Lakers, that'd be a good look. They also talking about, Kyrie. They trying to throw Kyrie in there, but he's going to the Nets. Of course, everybody knows he turned down the option for the Celtics. He's definitely gonna go to the Nets for sure. Now of course the Lakers, almighty Lakers, they finally did it. They finally did this trade with AD, Anthony Davis, the Brow. Finally got somebody, to help out and just don't have to be LeBron. And I'll get to that in a minute. But, finally got another face, finally got another person. We didn't have to do a whole 100% rebuild. I'm not against that, but it seems like, when you do rebuilds, you start on it. You keep going and going, and it's like this. Seems like it's really been rebuilding, really, once Kobe got injured. Like right before Kobe got injured, they basically was rebuilding. Then, he got injured, and team was really shit. Came back, even then, team wasn't really all that. Retired, and it really was just going. Got LeBron. They could have made it to the playoffs, then he ended up getting hurt. It is what it is. But at the same time, you definitely need some type of supporting cast. And LeBron gets a lot of backlash on, well, he only wants to play with stars and this and that. He messed the league up and all that. Why he can't go somewhere and just do this and that. Well, you really want to be real with it. He did it when he was with Cleveland for that last year. When he won that championship. I mean, besides, there's nothing wrong with Kevin Love. I had nothing against Kevin Love, but what have you really heard from Kevin Love since then? Just saying. Even before then, yeah, you heard of Kevin Love, but that's because Kevin Love was just by himself, and that was it. What was that over with the Timberwolves? It was just, I believe it was with Timberwolves, right? That was just him, and I don't know. So I think Dan, I can understand when he went to Miami and did the whole big three thing, but who really gives a shit? Stars like playing with each other. Almost just everybody do it. I'm sure there's people out here like I said with the KD thing. He wants to go somewhere and be the number one guy, but because you want to be the number one guy doesn't mean another star can't be there. AD's coming to LA. LeBron is still technically the number one guy. Whether he backs off some a little bit and lets AD roll and kind of be number one guy, and and anybody else. But it's a good thing that we got AD. We definitely needed somebody for sure. Not even necessary just to think of, oh, LeBron just needs help. It's just we still need somebody else. Like, it sucks just to have a star and can't do it. Like I said, he's gonna make it to the playoffs. I'm pretty sure he's gonna make it to the playoffs. Now, what they would have done, obviously, after the first round, or if they even went past the first round, because they have the eighth seed, there's no way they was beating Golden State, not in the first round. Golden State wasn't having that. They had a better chance of going to the Western Conference Finals, making it that far against Golden State, and then maybe it'd be something. But a first round, Golden State ain't going out like that. So, it's kind of a good thing they didn't go. But anyway, we got AD, got LeBron. Now, the one thing about the trade that bothers me a little bit, obviously, we have to give the Pelicans something. So we gave the Pelicans Lonzo Ball, gave them Brandon Ingram, and gave them Josh Hart. And if I'm not mistaken, 3 first-round picks. Now, this trade a little bit bothers me. And by the way, no, we did not give up the whole fucking team. But this bothers me a little bit. I think Lonzo should have stayed. Brandon Ingram, it is what it is. Really, I'm not mad that we gave him away. It is what it is. Not saying he's like a bum player or anything like that, but it's one of those players that it's not like, you would cringe or really be like, oh God, no, we can't give him away. I feel a little bit more like that towards Lonzo. Josh Hart, good player off the bench and everything, shooter and all that. Yeah, but sometimes, like I said, that's where the pieces come from, and you had to give him up. But the Lonzo Ball thing, I think he should have stayed. I think the only reason why he probably went as far as if LeBron on the low, and a lot of these stars do, especially in the NBA, have says and some stuff. And I wouldn't be surprised if even if he didn't have a trade say in this trade, just overall in general, I can almost guarantee you had a say on whatever you guys do. You do anything with Lonzo, please make sure he's part of it, because I'm sure he's probably fucking tired of his dad. Everybody's tired of his goddamn dad. So, and the 3 first-round picks, I think that was one too many. Like, if we're going to give you Lonzo, like, okay, you're giving Josh Hart and Brandon Ingram. Now we got to give you Lonzo Ball too. Well, you got to at least take off a first-round pick. Like, 2 first-round picks, I'm like, like I said, the Lonzo thing, I just don't think we should have gave him up. He's definitely going to be a good player in this league, a good shooter. He complimented with LeBron well, and I'm pretty sure he was going to with AD, especially with alley-oops and all that. But I don't know. I guess it is what it is. The trade is not 100% finalized. It's not finalized until July 6th anyway. And as of right now, I believe the Lakers and the Pelicans are trying to still work out the deal a little bit, because I think as of right now, it was all set and done in stone, ink dried on the paper. The Lakers wouldn't have enough cap space to sign another big star player for like a max deal. So this got to be an A-plus player, A-plus player, and as of right now, I don't think they have the chance. I think they have to wait until the end of July and work out like some deal with his contract or with AD's contract or something like that. And I think if that happens, then we'll have about almost $10 million more in cap. Then I think that's when we can get an A-plus player for a max deal. And then now this is where the talks of, Kawhi can come into play, Kyrie, I believe Jimmy Butler, and a couple other guys. If we can get Jimmy Butler, that would definitely be a good look. Tell you the truth, I really wouldn't even want Kyrie like that. I mean, I break this down to you. So if you watch when, Bron and him play together in the Cavaliers, I mean, they did complement each other good, but one of my biggest things is, how are you off court? How are you behind the scenes with each other? I think that says a lot. If you good with each other behind the scenes, in the locker room, you know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't got to go out to dinner and hang around each other's houses and families and shit like that. I don't really care about that too much. But, how are you inside that building, off the court, outside the cameras? That's what really matters, and that will go onto the basketball court, period. Not saying there's no teams out here, no players out here that just play well together but are fucking shitty teammates. Yeah, there's people out here like that, but we talking about LeBron and Kyrie in this situation, and I just don't think in the long run for what the Lakers are trying to do, I just don't think that'll work. Me personally, I wouldn't even put Kyrie in. I would scratch him off the list. Kawhi and Jimmy Butler for sure will be up there. If I had to pick one or two, of course Kawhi would be one. If not, then Jimmy Butler. And we get Kawhi, considering him and LeBron plays the same position. Shit, you put LeBron on some Magic Johnson type shit and put him as the point. Kawhi is the 3, and of course AD. I think KD's listed as a 4, isn't he? But even if he is a center, but still put him as even a 4 to 5. I believe having him as a 4. I think we're trying to look for centers also, pretty good centers. But you have them 3. Put LeBron as a point, Kawhi as a 3, Anthony as a 4. Man, that team that team alone would be crazy. You add Butler in there, still would be crazy. And even if it came down to it that Lakers really got that money for the cap and for the max deal and really want to get somebody, and somehow, some way, Kyrie is out there. I mean, sometimes you do just kind of got to go for it. But that's not if it's not other players out here. Now you still have to form your team. And, get your bench players, get your couple other starters, get shooters, you know what I'm saying? They don't have to be the most incredible defensive players, just get some guys who just know how to shoot, know how to do some things, and either way, it still be good. Even Kyrie did come over this way, but, the next upcoming, another couple weeks is definitely going to be interesting. But, yeah, man, shout out to my Lakers. Shout out to AD, man. Welcome to L.A. The ink ain't dry yet, but still, welcome to L.A. These deals just don't disappear like that. It's pretty much on the rare side. Welcome to L.A. Shout out to Toronto Raptors. Finally got their championship and everything. Shout out to the Warriors. You know, yeah, that's that's fucked up. Nah, yeah, but shout out to the NBA, man. They definitely making some noise right now, and NFL usually are the ones that do. But I'm gonna switch this around a little bit. I'm sure you guys have been hearing about, oh man, the whole thing that's been going down in Phoenix, Arizona, with the family, with the black family that had the cops run up on them, all because their daughter, 4-year-old daughter at that, stole like a Barbie doll. Now we all know this isn't an uncommon thing, just in general, no matter what color you are or what kid it is. It's not an uncommon thing. Kids want stuff. They ask for it, beg for it. And, parents be like, no, this and that, put it back, this and that, But so you're looking at the video. And if you look at the video of them in the store, I mean, this kid does just like blatantly just walk out with it within her hand. And I'm not gonna lie, a little of me does kind of wonder how did you miss that? But I'm not gonna turn that around like that. What it comes down to is the kid stole the doll. The dollar store. Now it's the fucking dollar store at that. So the doll, probably wasn't $1, probably was a few bucks, but still, it's a dollar store. The people there called the cops. Now, I don't think it's been said that I don't know. To me, the way this story is, with the cops coming up to them and shouting out the kids, shouting out the parents, get the fuck out the car and all this other stuff and cursing at them. You got kids there and everything. It's not just the daughter. The mom is pregnant, and then, they have a 1 month or a 1-year-old baby in her arms, and the dad's there too. So the dad is like, is shouting out like, I'm complying with you. I'm with you. Just what you want me to do. And he's doing it, and they still cussing at him. They finally handcuff him or start to handcuff him, put him in a position, kick him to get him down and everything. Like, if you wouldn't have said get down on the ground, he wasn't going to do it. You just went on to assume, more than likely because he's black, that he just wasn't going to do it and all this other shit. And now, they're still cursing at the mom, telling her to, put the fucking baby down, blah, 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 and all this other shit. And, like, for one, she's fucking 6 months pregnant. So, I mean, how much crazy movement is she doing anyway, for one? Two, she has a baby in her arms. Where is she supposed to put a 1-year-old baby at? Just all willy-nilly. You know what I'm saying? Like, where are you going to put the baby? Just put him in the front seat. And, this whole time, just looking at him, I'm just like, I'm kind of fucking scared for them. Like, all these kids around and everything. And just, that would have been the most devastating thing. Not saying none of the other stuff that's been going on happened, but I don't think nothing really involved in these type of situations involve kids and all over a doll. I mean, are you that threatened just because what she looks like? That, oh, she's 4, so she's starting now. Let's give her a little taste. If she wants to do this, we're going to do this. And so she learned her lesson or something. And to me, I'm just looking like it's either one or two things going to happen with this mom and this baby in her arms. She turns around and goes to put the baby like down in the front seat or something and still gets shot because they don't know what she's doing and they want to act like she's doing something and you just told her to put the baby down. Or they wouldn't have still did something. They wouldn't have shot her, And if they did shot her, it probably would have been in the back, which would have been one of the most cold-blooded things to do. And obviously she's unarmed, so that really would have been bad. in front of her kids. Or second scenario would have been she got the chance to put the baby down, like say in the front seat or something, 1-year-old at that, in the front seat, and what they would have slammed her or put her down the ground, everything. She's pregnant, and knowing them, they probably would have been, even more fucked up cops and told her to get down, on the ground, everything. She's 6 months pregnant and all that. I'm pretty sure they would have done that. Either way, it still wouldn't have ended good. It would have been more bad. Obviously, she got shot. But you just look at the whole thing and how aggressive and how crazy they was. That why must stuff like this happen? I mean, what is really the point of all this? I mean, where did you want this to go? Where did you expect this to go? Because if the call came in as, yes, these people just stole, whether you said these people, these customers, whether you said these black people stole a doll, and you come up like that, or even just said they stole a doll for their little kid or something stole a doll. Either way, I mean, there's nothing you can say that would make you come up and do that. The only way that you can come at me like that, all aggressive, ready to shoot, locked and loaded, cussing at me, coming all crazy at me and everything, want me get kicked down the ground, about to shoot me with babies in the arm in front of my kids and stuff. The only way you can do that, unless you just said that you was fucking held hostage or some shit, or just fucking robbed a dollar store, took everything and stole other stuff and all this stuff. Now when you got robbery, even just robbery alone, but you got robbery and some type of kidnapping or some type of assaults, then I can see you doing this, and it's justifiable, and this would not have been well, it probably still would have been a story, but it wouldn't have been such of a big outrage in this way. It would have been a big outrage, but it would have been a totally 360 move if they had did some shit like that, because they would have, all type of shit would have came out probably would have been saying, yeah, see, well, black people do this, or black people do that, black people should have stuff like this done to them. They want to do such nasty stuff like that, and they wonder why all this other stuff happened. No, that still wouldn't even justify the other stuff that's been going on, or is going on, or is going to go on. We just don't know. We can't predict the future. The only part of the future we can't predict, that this is not going to stop. That's the only thing we can do. We just don't know who's next, shot or not. I just want to know, how do you feel so threatened over a little 4-year-old girl with a doll from a dollar store? So you have the mayor of Phoenix that issue an apology. I believe the chief of police did, but what the victims are saying, that they didn't necessarily say sorry to them. They just said sorry in general, like a general thing, like, oh, I'm sorry that my officers did this, blah blah blah. It's kind of like a press conference type thing, I'm assuming. And they have the right to be mad over that. And you don't come to me with an apology. Not that it would have, made any difference, but you at least come to me with an apology also. Yeah, go ahead and make your press conferences and all this other shit, but you need to come to me also. You need to come to me. You need to come to, I believe they're engaged, so you need to come to my fiance. You need to say some shit to my kids too. You need to say something to all of us. Even my fucking unborn kid, you need to say something to him or her also. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know, it's just crazy. So you got the mayor of Phoenix, that's putting out a community meeting. She's angry over this. Especially, I don't know if she's angry because it went viral or if she is really angry in general. And she might be. Obviously, I'm not there. If there is anything out on the internet, showing any type of press conference with her or anything, I don't know. So I don't know what her facial expressions are, her tones, and all that. But she did like a little community thing, saying how much she's outraged over that, and just how it went viral, over that, especially over a little girl. I guess she's trying to make it more now that the cops have to wear body cams and stuff. And I mean, it's already been proven. I mean, does it really matter if they wear body cams? Luckily it was a bystander, walking past, seeing this come up, seeing all this stuff happen, and they recorded it. And whoever did that, man, shout out to you, whoever recorded this, because if this was never recorded, once again, one or two things. Who knows how this would have went? Not that it really matters. Or, and I mean that in a bad way, who knows how this would have went? Or second scenario is that, it still turned out how it did now, but how much of a big outrage would it have been? How much proof would they have been that they did this and acted like this and said that, Like, these couple are just pretty much kids themselves, like 24, 23, and 22 or some shit like that. They basically kids themselves, about to get married, already started a family and everything, and just why? But definitely happy to hear that, they're gonna. I guess they're either suing the city or they're trying to just reach some regular settlement so they don't have to do all the court stuff for $10 million. Not sure what type of lawyer that they have. Obviously, I'm not in the field of law or even in the field of how this type of stuff should go. But, I'm not going to say obviously get greedy. I'm not going to say, oh, you should sue for, $200 million because, you're not going to get that. But even the world wasn't the way it is right now, you still wouldn't have gotten that. But I think 10 million is a little low. But at the same time, I think it is just the principle, and it's really no amount of money. Luckily, nobody got shot and or killed, and it's no amount of money that that's really going to erase all this. Who knows what's going to do something to this little girl? Luckily, the unborn kid and the 1-year-old, will never even know. Well, at least remember, who knows? Internet gonna be crazy years from now still. And, I mean, who knows what it would do to a 4-year-old, she might not really remember this and go on and live crazy, fine life. And, or if not, a couple years from now, she started to act out and do all this and do different stuff. And now it'll be to the point where, there'll be no trust. She'll start acting out of school, acting all crazy, being bad, and who knows what else as she gets older, just because of an incident like this. And it came out as that Phoenix police aren't one of the best at all being policemen, and not just all of them, obviously, and this goes for anything. Obviously, all of them aren't bad ones, but it comes out to where, when's enough and enough? It doesn't matter. It makes you want to look at this all policemen like that, and especially it's kind of fucked up. I mean, especially the black ones. I mean, it's even coming out to where people are just getting mad that, how can somebody black be on the force with things like this happening? And, it puts them in a rock and a hard place. I don't personally feel that way, how you hear about other people commenting like that, because it's kind of hard now. If you're just saying how you be a policeman, period, or a policeman on that particular force. So we're going to talk about this force since this happened. So, you're black on a police force. This happens. Now I put you in a rock and hard place, and you one of the good ones. Are you just supposed to quit? You know what I'm saying? Are you supposed to resign, or you supposed to go to, a different, a different division or whatever, force or like, I mean, whether you have a family or not, what can you really do? A lot of them say, well, they don't speak up and this and that. Like I said, what can you really do when you work there? It's not really much you can do or speak out as, because now, yeah, you can get applause and, well, you did what's right. Thank you, brother, and all that, and this and that. Thank you, sister. And, it's all cool, but what you can do is just not fuck with that person. What you can do, and I'm pretty sure you can do, if you got a partner who's white, or that was your partner, and obviously they should either been fired or on desk duty, and these cops are on fucking desk duty, which is like baffles me. I guess because nobody can get shot. Fuck you. So, if that's the case, they're your partner. I'm pretty sure you can ask for a different partner, or ask to be alone, or I don't know how exactly it works. I'm pretty sure you can ask for something, but expecting these cops to come out and just start saying this and that. They got jobs and lives and bills shit to pay too. It is unfortunate that you are a black person and a police officer. It does make it messed up. And in this case, I can't really say, well, maybe you should put more black officers or more cops that just know those communities and stuff like that. I don't think they was in a messed up community or anything like that where they pulled them over at. So it's not one of those things where this happened, right in the middle of the hood, and some shit went down. You got the wrong cop out there. I don't think this situation really applies exactly to those terms, but it's close enough. Community is community. They've been known to be rough to other people, and unfortunately hasn't been videotaped and all that, because they don't got body cams and nobody's been around to witness this and that. They getting away with a lot of shit. So it also reminds me too. Also, if you haven't seen the movie, The Hate You Give, it almost reminds me a lot of the stuff that goes on. Not necessarily this situation, but that movie speaks on a lot of stuff that has happened. So you got, I forget the girl's name, but so you have a young girl, high school girl, like 16, 17 in the movie. She sees her best friend gets killed. She's in the car. They get pulled over. She's in the passenger seat. The cop wants the boy to get out. So he's kind of like, and it's kind of messed up because, he didn't help the situation, but at the same time, so, he's sitting there talking to her, and she's sitting there telling him, like, look, just sit still. Don't stop talking to me, blah, blah, blah. He still wants to kind of like, I got this. It's all cool. He's all inside the car, like hanging, from outside and through the window. So he grabs his brush. You going to tell where I'm going at from there. Obviously, the cop puts multiple bullets in him. She goes to record, and the cop told her put the phone away, put the fucking phone away, and this and that. She got scared. She don't know what to do, and she put the phone away. So none of this is recorded. But you can see the look on his face, like, oh shit, it is a hairbrush. But it's still, you jump like that. Yeah, you can say, the cop don't know what it is, but dude, he don't get a freeze, get from out of there, anything like that, just anything at first. And I'm saying, I hate to say this, but you're a police officer, and even if he didn't freeze and his hand come out and it is a gun in his hand, even if you did have your hand on your gun, unbuckled and everything ready to go, still, why do you have to shoot? And now it came out, he put it up to his head because it's a hairbrush. But if it did come out and it was a gun, you are ready to go. Yeah, he's gonna get the first shot off, and that shot can go anywhere. Whether you have a vest on or not. that it can go in your leg, yeah, go in your head, and there you go, one shot kill. Anything can happen. I can understand that, but don't be a police officer. Then go fucking work at at the bank. Straight up. I hate to say it like that, be blunt, but it is what it is. So really, the moral of the story is with the movie. She goes through these trial and tribulations of trying to live the rest, of the days leading up to them trying to indict this cop. The cop ends up not being indicted. She's a witness to this. Nobody knows she's the witness at first. She does end up going to the the court to try to get him indicted and all that, and he doesn't get indicted, so it's more of an uproar in the community. And they trying to make him be bad, pin him to be a bad guy because he's young, black. He's part of a gang, it sells drugs, and that's all automatically means he's a bad person. And she's trying to stick up for him. And her brother goes to a private school, which is primarily black. I think what they show in the movie, I swear I ain't seen no other black kids. They might be only two, or if there is any other black kids, it's maybe only a couple more. But these kids are well off. I mean, the parents are rich. They're in a rich neighborhood, private school. So, their mom and dad wants to send them there, so they don't have to go to public school in their city. They can go to a nicer school, get a better education, and just don't have to be around all that stuff, which is totally understandable. And she's going there, and it finally comes out that she is the witness, and she didn't want to tell anybody because she didn't want to tell her boyfriend either. Her boyfriend is white, and she didn't want to tell her boyfriend that, or any of her friends, that she was the witness, because she didn't want to be looked at and labeled as the poor black kid that saw her friend get shot and all that. She's just scared about the whole situation overall. And then she has one friend that's basically like her best friend. Obviously she's white too, because the school she goes to, and she's hanging out over at another girl's house, another mutual friend's house, and it comes up on the TV that he didn't get indicted. I'm sorry, no, it didn't get to that part yet. It comes up on TV that he's getting his life, the cop's life is getting threatened, and all this other shit after he just fucking killed somebody and all this other stuff. And the girl shouts out, "Oh man, that's a shame, man. I feel shame for him and his family. Damn, cops' lives matter too." And that just fucking set her off. That that pretty much set her off. And I mean, I can understand, pretty much when it comes down to all these situations, yeah, you got the Black Lives Matters, and, at the same time, yeah, of course, everybody's lives matters, but the reason why this is a thing is because what you see on the news all the time, and nobody's not saying that if your skin isn't black, brown, you're not a black or brown person, or any type of minority, that your life don't matter, but how many times is your life in jeopardy? And that's pretty much what the movie comes down to. And they end up not being friends anymore. She blew up on her then in another occasion in the movie, but it's just sad overall. I hope that they do get some type of justice over this, and I hope they get the justice, and I hope it gets put out the news. And I don't want to say on to the next one, but on to the next thing. It's crazy. We do have a lot of stuff to worry about, and no, not saying we have other stuff to worry about. Fuck this. No, we still worry about this, but it's a shame that stuff like this have to keep happening, knowing we have other stuff to worry about. So now we have this and that, because it still is a thing, and it still is a story, and it still is going to be an ongoing thing. I really don't care how you feel, what you're going to do about it. You know what I'm saying? So I just hope they get what they mom would say deserve, get what they're putting out there for, and they can move on with their lives, and everybody else can move on and worry about all this other shit that's going to be going on for the next year and a half. Oh man, so all this stuff is pretty deep, but it's a shame. What we gonna do about it? Everybody's, just keep your heads up and, just stay safe out there. That goes for unborn to, on hospice bed. But yeah, that's pretty much it, you guys, man. I'm gonna get on about it here. Once again, I'm going to go ahead and put up my social media. You can catch me on YouTube, Instagram. You Won't Say It, I Will. You can catch me on the podcast apps, iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play. You Won't Say It, I Will. You can catch me on Twitter also. You can catch me on Twitter, YWSIIW Podcast. Like, subscribe, download, all that good stuff. Support a brother. Try to come out with the best content I can. But yeah, like, subscribe, comment, all this other stuff. And get at me, guys. This is your host, Ron C., and this is the You Won't Say It, I Will podcast.